Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be my top 10 non-makeup favorites of 2022. We're going to be talking hair care, we're going to be talking skincare, we're going to be talking fragrance, we're going to be talking brushes, we're going to be talking nail varnishes and other things. Okay, so everything that's not makeup, you get it. So let's get started. So first up, we're going to talk about my current body LED mask. I was very kindly gifted this, and also just to be fully transparent, I have done a sponsored video with Current Body. This video is not sponsored. I just love this mask and I am very, very grateful to them for gifting it to me. This difference to my skin is definitely paid off. I actually just love using it. I find it fun. I find it very relaxing, and I find that it forces me into like self-care and like just time alone with my thoughts, because I like to use the goggles with it and I just like to lay there and I can't read, I can't go on my phone, I have to sit there and just be alone with my thoughts, and I find it really relaxing, really calming, let alone like the benefits to my skin. I really feel like it's calmed down my redness. It's given me like the most beautiful, smooth, glossy, hydrated looking skin ever. Like my texture, especially this area, has really improved, and I'm definitely noticing like every day like my forehead and just lines in general look so much better and smoother. I love it. I love using it. I love wearing it. I love chasing my children around the house while wearing it. So yeah, it's all just winning for me. Absolutely love that. I really didn't think that would be something that would become part of like my regular skincare routine, but it has, and I actually really enjoy it. Like I thought that was going to be a real chore, but it's not. It's actually super fun, especially the chasing. Next, let's talk about the first brush that I'm going to include in this video. There are going to be more, and it's Sonia G's Jumbo Bronzer. That is in fact her name. Just had a little sneaky look there. I can't remember the name of anything ever. I'm useless. Oh, I love you. I love you so much. This is my perfect dream bronzer brush. It's just like, it's nice and soft and floofy so that it feels delightful on the face, so soft and gentle, but it's got a nice contoured narrow angle to it. It doesn't bring the bronzer too far in towards the center of my face. It allows me to stay close to my hairline. It just picks up the perfect natural light wash of product. It's never going to lay down too much that you can't blend out. It's such a perfect genius brush. I love this handle, the sky handle, it's so beautiful. This is my favorite bronzer brush of all time, bar none. I don't think I've used another bronzer brush like since this one came out. And I have like several from Sonia G brushes that I absolutely love, and didn't think that I would not use again until this one came along, and it's just like one brush to rule them all, you know. Next up, let's talk about this SPF from Shiseido. This is the Urban Environment Age Defense Oil Free SPF, and it is the best SPF I've ever tried for under makeup. It's so nice on the skin and light. It's not greasy. I found this sort of oil-free SPFs sometimes previously can like ball up and just they don't build very well. If you have to reapply, they like ball up and it's just a mess. But this goes into the skin so quickly and it leaves a really silky finish that makeup just loves to go on top of really nice and seamlessly. It's such a great SPF. It only has SPF 30 in it, which is the slight, I wish it was 50. But this is the one I've been using in winter, and 30, I'm fine with 30 in the winter, but hopefully maybe we'll get a higher one for summer. That's fingers crossed, because this is so good. It's just, it doesn't fight with makeup, and you don't have to leave it for like half an hour before you do your makeup because nothing bad happens. It's just amazing. It doesn't get greasy or shiny. It has a more mattifying finish, but without like sucking or being drying on your skin. Amazing. Next, let's talk about a hair care product that changed the game for me this year. This is the K18 Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask. Oh, I love you. I love this stuff so much. It's made a big difference, particularly to the ends of my hair, breakage and just damaged fried ends. I colour my hair, you know, I don't really use much heat. I use my Dyson Airwrap maybe like once every like 10 days. if it's lucky. But yeah, I don't do a lot to my hair, but I do colour it, and I am just getting older. You know, there's a lot of grey in my hair. It needs care taken of it. What a strange little sentence. This stuff has made the ends of my hair like so much better. I've lost all those little white dots from fried hair. Everything is looking amazing. It feels thicker, healthier, and just like more substantial. It doesn't just like flop about the place in like this big of a ponytail. You know, I feel like my hair has got thicker, healthier, and is thriving, frankly. The biggest thing I love about this is it does all of that without being a massive pain. Like, I felt like Olaplex number 3 was great, did a lot of good, but such a pain. Like, I have to wet my hair, then towel dry it, then apply that stuff and leave it in for like at least half an hour, and then I can go get into the shower and go about my day. It's just too much faff for me. It doesn't really fit seamlessly into like my typical lifestyle. This is literally, you just shampoo in the shower like a normal human person. You don't even have to condition. You get out and you put some of this through your hair. Bob's your uncle. You don't even have to wash it out. It's perfect for me. It's just so much less faff. It works into my routine seamlessly. It actually takes a step out of my routine because I don't have to condition. And it is really expensive, but you don't use it every wash. So what it says to do is to use it for your first, like when you first start using it, you use it every wash for the first like 4 or 5 times, and then you just use it as maintenance. So maybe every 3rd or 4th shampoo is how often I use this. So it's lasted a lot longer than I thought, and actually offers a lot more value for money when they are saying you don't have to use it every shampoo once you've kind of done the majority of the repair work. So yeah, I love this stuff. I'll never go back to Olaplex number 3, I'll say that. The rest of Olaplex though, I still love it, just to be clear. Next up, this Rephr brush set. So this is number 33 to 37. Is it 33, 34? Yes, 33 to 37. This is, without question, in my opinion, the best brush set Rephr has ever put out. It's just such a perfect little selection of like essential brushes that are all so clever in their individual categories. You could do a full face with this brush set. So if you're trying to like condense how many brushes you have or how many you want to purchase, this is perfect because you could literally do your entire face with just these brushes. This one in particular, number 34, which is the teensy tiny weeny little liner brush, has helped me perfect my inner fox eye eyeliner like this, either using, you know, a gel liner or just with powder. It's the perfect fox eye tool, just so precise, and the perfect amount of like flex to firmness to nail that liner. I also use it on the outer wing as well, but it's heaven sent if you're trying to perfect a fox eye. This concealer brush, number 36, I don't think it's meant to be a concealer brush, but that's how I use it. So I use it for my concealer under the eye, and then it has the sharpest, most perfect edge where I carve out my eyeshadow and make everything like snatched. It's just perfect. And this eyeshadow brush as well, 33, such a great, really narrow, perfect hooded eye crease brush. They're all just really clever shapes. I kind of use number 35 for concealer when I'm washing number 36 because I do prefer 36. But again, this you could use in lots of ways. You know, cream contour is another way you could use this one. And then this number 37 is like a perfect all-rounder. I've used this for foundation, cream bronzer, blush, even highlight. You could use it for cream contour. Perfect buffer brush. Such a great set. I think that they're cleverest ever shapes. Amazing. To me, these are like the best of Rephr's ever brought out, especially as the set, because it's just like everything you need in 5 brushes. The first fragrance that I'm going to talk about in this video is Armani's Magenta Tanzanite. If not for this ridiculously glorious bottle, the scent in here, I mean, it's got so many of my favourite notes in here. It's got tobacco, it's got coffee, it's got cardamom, it's got cinnamon, some vanilla. Now, chocolate is not listed in this scent. There's no like cocoa, there's no cacao, there's no chocolate listed anywhere. But to me, this has like a hint of chocolate in there. It's just stunning and such a great all year round fragrance. It's just sort of just about fresh enough to wear in like the summer, but it's like warm, spicy comfort, slightly gourmand, slightly sweet, but still super mega spicy. It has a really lovely like everyday performance, so it's very, very long wearing, but it's not beast mode sillage or projection. It's just like a kind of, you know, people who hug you or walk past or sit near you will smell it, but it doesn't fill the office. So it's perfect if you want to smell like you're really expensive, sophisticated but approachable in the office. This is ideal. My kids love this fragrance. Whenever I spray this, they just want to snuggle me, and they say this smells of mummy, so that's like the best ever. I just find it's just a like so sophisticated, refined but spicy, sexy, warming fragrance at the same time. One of my all-time favorites. Next, let's talk about my favorite nail varnish that I found this year. This is of course OPI. You guys know I'm an OPI girl. This is very different to my typical shade that I go for when it comes to nail varnish. This is the color Trading Paint, and as you can see, it's a peachy orange shade. I typically, although I've got a little bit more drama going on today, I typically go for like neutrals, barely there, natural finishes. I'm like a, you know, put it in neutral, bubble bath kind of girl, okay? I stick to neutrals typically. This one, I don't know why I was attracted to this one. I think because it's peachy, it's kind of the colours I like on my clothes and on my lips, but not generally on my nails. But it was just there's something so muted about this that makes it so wearable for me, even though I'm like afraid of bright nail colours. This is a very sort of pastel, soft, muted peachy orange. It's so wearable for me, even though it's a little outside of my comfort zone. It actually made me start wanting to use more fun colours on my nails, and it's definitely a bit different to like the other sort of oranges that on bright colours in general that I've tried before. I absolutely love it. I find it like a very sophisticated bright colour because it's just a little muted, a little pastel. You know? Another hair care product I discovered this year that I now can't live without, which is really upsetting because it's really expensive. But this is the Oribe Dry Texturising Spray. I bought the little one because I was convinced I wouldn't really like it or use it, and it wouldn't do a lot for me, and I didn't want to waste, you know, 40 odd pounds, however much the full size one cost. I'd rather waste like 20 or however much this one cost. This is so flipping good. For a start, this smells amazing. Absolutely amazing. It smells like expensive perfume, which it should for the price. You know, you want to get as much benefit out of it as possible. The thing about this, I found, I can have like 3-day-old hair and have not like styled it or done anything with it, which normally would give me like lank, just hair, because my hair has like no life to it, no curl to it, it's very straight and boring and dull. So I can take that useless rubbish hair and spray a bit of this through the like roots, and suddenly it looks like I've used my air wrap, and I definitely haven't. Or if I've used my air wrap but I'm now on like day 3 later and everything's a bit flat and lifeless, again, spray this a little through the roots and near the top of my hair, and suddenly everything is fresh and back in business and looking like I just used my air wrap this morning. It's so amazing. Even today I just put a bit through my bun and it's given me like 5 times the amount of hair that I started off with, okay, just for a messy bun. I feel like it makes everything look better. It does what dry shampoo does, but with hold. So you know how you use dry shampoo, you know, through your roots when everything is greasy and looking a bit lank and disgusting, and it just gives you a lot of body. It really cleans out the hair, gets rid of the grease. This kind of does, it doesn't get rid of grease obviously, but as far as the body and lift and life through the roots of your hair, it gives you all of that, but it has hold. And I've even found that when I've put this in my hair the day before, the next morning I wake up, if I haven't washed my hair, it's still there and it's still going, and I still can sort of refresh it, but just running my fingers through my hair, it's going to bring the body back and bring like the oomph back. So it actually really lasts. For me, it was worth every penny. I'm very sad about it. I wish it wasn't. I wish I could tell you don't bother, but this for me was like, ugh, game changer. A lazy girl staple. And the second fragrance that I've included in my 2022 favourites is God of Fire. Oh. let me tell you about God of Fire. I am not a fruity fragrance girl. I'm a warm, spicy, tobacco-y girl. That's kind of typically where I live in my fragrances. But I've now got to the point with my fragrance collection where I don't really want any more fragrances. I don't want to keep buying fragrances that are just the same as what I have. I'm only interested really in buying new fragrances that are something different, that I don't really have something like that I can, you know, experiment. That's the point of fragrance. I want to find new notes, find new loves that are something different to what I already have. And that's why I tried this one, because it was kind of described as being very fruity, but a lot of people compared it to Baccarat Rouge 540, which I love. So here's the thing, it's definitely got the Baccarat Rouge 540 vibe. It has that same fresh air, like something you can't quite place note in there, but with a wallop of fruit. So I think that makes it much more like crowd pleasing, much more of a, like, you know, Baccarat Rouge can be a bit divisive. It does perform differently on every person. Some people hate it. Some people it just doesn't work with their skin chemistry, and therefore it just doesn't smell good on them. Other people like me obsessed with it and it smells divine, and I get millions of compliments and everyone can smell it, and the performance is out of this world. This one, I feel like just with the addition of the fruits in there, it's much more wearable and less divisive than Baccarat Rouge, but it has all of the performance. It's still like everyone will smell it, everyone's going to compliment you, you can smell it all day, it stays on clothes for days, even weeks. It will last on your skin through a shower. It's not like quite as room filling, I don't think, as Baccarat Rouge, but it still has excellent sillage. You know, it's still gonna, anyone who comes near you will smell it, and it lasts forever. I can smell it on myself the entire day. I'm getting wafts of it, and not even, you know, trying to smell my wrist. I'm getting to enjoy it and smell this stunning fragrance all day. The performance is incredible. The bottle is glorious. It's become an absolute favorite for me. It's just a little bit different, but more approachable than something like Baccarat Rouge or something maybe like Oud for Greatness. It's just a bit more kind of approachable, a bit less scary, a bit less intimidating, but still super unique. And like, you're not going to smell like everybody else, because this is such a quality fragrance. And lastly, but by no means leastly, we have another brush set, this time again from Sonia G. This is the Fusion series set, not the Fusion Eye, the original Fusion series. This was such a game changer for me. This brush, this is the Jumbo Base. I mean, this is like the best ever foundation brush known to man, but also the best ever cream bronzer brush. Because of this brush, I found cream products that I loved this year. I got to know and love the Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer because of how easy this brush makes that product to apply, how the perfect shape, size, density it is. It works so beautifully with cream products. Again, this little jumbo concealer brush, the perfect concealer brush, the perfect brush for priming eyes, for eyeshadow. It's again just so well thought out. I mean, the other concealer brush as well, the soft concealer, it does exactly what it says on the tin for under the eye area. So nice and gentle, and around the nose. These two sort of medium-sized brushes are the perfect brushes to work with any cream or liquid highlighter or blush. Bronzer as well. I've also used this one a lot with my Chantecaille skin tint or my Chanel Water Fresh, because it's just, again, it picks up the perfect amount of product, doesn't suck everything up, and it's a little smaller, so you can get all around your chin and your jawline with those products that you might want to take down your neck. Works beautifully with any kind of more sheer formula as well, to, you know, build it up and add wherever you want. Just the most perfect set. If you like creams and liquids, they are gonna make your dreams come true. If you don't like creams and liquids, this set may make you like creams and liquids, because that's what it did for me. It was just having those really perfect quality brushes specifically made to work with those formulas have helped me in my quest to try more creams this year, just to enjoy them and just to be able to use them without like hassle and struggle. This is an amazing set. I feel like Sonia changed the cream game with these brushes. So there you have it. Those are my 2022 non-makeup favorites. Please let me know what your non-makeup favorites were this year, your favorite skincare, your favorite fragrance, favorite hair care, favorite brushes. Please let us know what yours were in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.